Hello everyone, it's Mozzie Moz. Oh, see, forgot to press record on the bloody video. Damn. Right, this is Mozzie Moz, aka Sheila on the Antonius Bale server. Just doing. This is going to be my hints and tips 3. I keep finding things and stuff like that, and yeah, I've had quite a lot of good feedback from my hints and tips videos. So I thought, well, let's do another one. And I just thought we'd start it in my house, because look at that, I've got a band. It is awesome. Look at that. Wicked. Right. Let's have a look at my list, because I'm about to start doing lists now. Let's go to POC first. There's one of my mounts walking past. My house is... oh. In it. Live on fucking air. My gate fails. Wow, how embarrassing. You can tell this wasn't fucking rehearsed. Let's have a... right, come on. Yeah, I'm going to cover some bits and pieces you might know, you might not know. So, if you do know, then I'm just reminding you, and if you don't know, then you're going to learn something new. I'm going to cover things like the clear command. There's loads of commands that you backslash and you do. There's loads of them. They are all available in. If we click on the get used to this EQ button, because it's brilliant. Because basically everything or most of the stuff that I tell you is available. If it's to do with stats and that, are available in here. Like for instance, you can block spells and all sorts. Block spells is handy. You'd wonder why would you want to block a spell? Well, it's really handy for melee. Like I got a monk friend, Yiggers, as you all know him, and he hates my mana buffs. So yeah, you know, this bit. Anyway, why did I come in there? I came in there. I can't remember. Oh yes, there'll be a list of commands. Actually, I don't think they are in there. I think if you do /help, /help, there you go. It'll bring up a list of everything. Okay, but this one's quite cool. I don't know about you, but I tend to be out just minding my own business most of the time, and I sort of read what's going on in guild. But you know, I don't. I participate every now and then, but I don't really, you know, look at what's going on. But what I do find is I can be on hours after people have logged off, or people have stopped talking. So it's like when I'm out fighting, I'm permanently looking at, as you can see when I get back in, I'm permanently looking at this green text, which, you know, after a while bugs me. So yeah, the clear command's a brilliant little thing. You just simply click on whichever box you want to clear, and then you do /CLEAR, and then it clears the window for you. Dead simple, but you know, efficient if you're like me, and you don't like to have the same text just stuck in the window. Another thing I'm going to show you is the dailies. These are brilliant. They really are. My level 100 friend, he still gets about 13 AAs a day for doing his. But I stopped doing them a long time ago because I'm just lazy. But this is the guy. Let me just turn on. Let's have a look. There we go. There we go. Now he's just outside the guild. So when you come out of the guild lobby, you come down and there he is, just here. Okay, he's got hot zone. Now you hail him, and it'll bring up a whole list in blue. This is another brilliant thing they've changed. You know, you don't have to look for the words in brackets. It's all there for you. So basically, as soon as you reach level 20, you can start going to hot zones. Okay, and they vary. Now I will pre-warn you about a lot of things in the game, and also on websites like Alakazam and stuff like that. When they give a level recommendation, they usually mean that you're in a group with the approximate same level. So for instance, you know, I wouldn't try and solo these on your, when you're level 20. get someone who can level with you to go out with you, because the chances of you being able to solo the mobs, you might be able to, of course, and as we all know, lower levels, the mobs are easier. But my point being, always look at these. Like, for instance, when I was 80, I was probably soloing level 70, and when I got to say 83, I would have been doing the 75. So always give yourself a few, don't attempt to do, unless you've got a friend that'll help you, don't attempt to do the dailies on your own until you're probably about 25, and then sort of backtrack them. So when you're 25, start doing the level 20. You can do both. If you're able to do it, the key thing is 5 levels each way. It's worth getting them. I think you've got to be. Let me see. 85. So, for instance, to get the level 91, I think you've got to be over 85. So you've got to be 86 or 7, and then you can get the 90s as well. So these are great if you've got friends helping you. Of course, when you're level 100, then you basically just do the level 91, which, if I remember rightly, is in the the farmlands. You either kill farmers, or in fact, let's get it, and then we can have a look. Simple task level 90, so it comes up in your task window, and we'll accept that, and then we'll get the alternatives. So to get that, alternatives always, as far as I know, in the grounds. So we have a look. 2 level 90s. One of them's in the Valley of Lumon. I can't pronounce it, but that's where that is, and kill some of them. That changes between rats, soldiers, and there's another soldiers and warriors, or soldiers and something, captains maybe, and also tired farmers. Okay, and then we've got this one, which is a level 91, and it's to kill 5 wasps in the grounds. They are really good, at low level, because you get a nice piece of armour. I mean, granted, when you're as high level as me and other high level players, you won't need the loot. But as you as you start getting on, it is decent loot, So, definitely try and get into the habit of doing the dailies. And later on, like between 80 and that, wow, the amount of AAs that I think this is a friend of mine. It is. I don't believe it. Just, one sec. I wasn't expecting this to happen. Filming at the Mo. Speak later. Right. Now, the next thing I'm going to cover, again, you might or might not know, is a thing called loyalty crowns. Now, Sony introduced them a long time ago, and it's a nice little sort of thank you for playing. And basically, what it does is when you create a character, if you click on Alt Currency, or All, depending on, no, it's Alt, ALT, you'll see at the top there's a thing called Loyalty Velocity. Now, it takes you 12 months, if I remember rightly, to fill the bar up. Once it's filled for good. Now, mine's filled, and I think I probably get about I get 120 crowns a month. Okay, obviously, it's going to take you a year to get to the point where you're going to get 120. Okay, but it soon adds up. All right. Now, what do you do with them? Okay, well, I'll show you what you do with them. You're in POC. Okay, this is quite central. Most people know where this is. This is the Soul Binder. Okay, and then we come over to this big tree, and we come and talk to this lady here. And if you right click on her, she's a vendor. That annoys me why that keeps opening. And she will sell you items. A lot of these items are quite cool, groovy. If you get into doing these expansions where these are the currencies, you can buy bags of the currencies. You don't get a lot in the bags. I think you only get about 10. Let's have a look and purchase one. Let's see what we get. Oh no, it's 100. I think it changes though, because I know there's one currency. Let me just drop this off somewhere. Done that. Drop that there. There's one of them that you only get about 12. So I think it will depend on the hardness of that expansion and how hard that currency is usually to get. Then you can get other stuff. You can get, these are potions. What will these do? These will port you to places. Okay, not really a thing you'd need. You can get cool items like this. This is Soul Seek Rose Puppet, and remember Alt and right click, and that'll open up a little window to show you what he looks like, and he can wander around your house. I've got one at my bar. You've got other stuff, Token of Resurrection, and obviously everything costs different, so you'll see all the costs there. Okay. What else is interesting? That's a good one. Confectionery contract. That gives you, I don't know if you've ever seen my Merc, the gingerbread man. He's been in a few of mine. But that's how you get him. Okay. And there's lots of stuff. We've got nice little lamppost with nice for Christmas. Okay. What else can I show you quickly? The punting gnome. He's cool. What you do is you put him outside your house, and then when people come in, well, some people it works for, others it don't. So maybe they've got to have special, loyalties in your house. But if you right click on him, it'll give you an option to kick him, and if you kick him, he'll just send you to the beginning of the zone. So he's quite funny. Right up till you can buy a complete Christmas tree, complete with gold trimming. We've got what I love, Vicious Rabbit. He's there. He attacks mobs for you. And we've even got houses. So again, this is a cheap way of getting a house. I don't know if you've seen my video on how to get a house in EverQuest, but I'll check that out. I'll show you a very cheap way of getting a house. What else have we got? Bag of platinum. That's always good. And right up to the top, which is satchel. Quite poor, really. It's only a 16 slot. It's only 100% rate reduction, but it's only a 16 slot. I would expect them to do a bit more at that kind of money. You can buy the famous gold ticket. Anyone who is a player from the past will remember the gold tickets were the items that we could win from the casino. How many hundreds of thousands of plat have you played on that casino? Yes, me too. But you can actually buy them now, but as you can see, it's quite expensive. When you think about, you only get 120 a month, and that's after a year, so it's going to take you quite a bit. But at the end of the day, it's just sitting there, and it's a little thank you, for playing. So check her out. One quick thing that I will tell you: the only thing that I've ever seen change since I started using it, and I've been back now 2 years now, is the satchel. Depending on what's happening, like if it's Halloween, then I think it'll be a pumpkin. If it's love, is it our version Love Fest, or is that WoW? I can't remember now, but it'll be a love art. There's a barrel, and Christmas time I think it's a stocking. So yeah, depending on the season and what we're doing in the game, will depend on what the bag looks like. So she's cool to know. Okay, another thing. I spoke in one of my other videos about the bartering system. What I would recommend you do is always check vendors. Always. You're checking them for two reasons. Alright, the first reason is always check them for vendor trash, for stuff that will sell on the barter. You won't always find stuff, but a lot of the time I've found some amazing stuff. That people just, they don't know what it is, and they've obviously not seen my video, so of course they just sell it to the vendor, and you can make a lot of money like that. So always try and get in the habit of checking the vendors, and check the bartering system. Every time I come on, I always have a quick look just to see what's being sold, if there's anything I want to go out and farm. put the map away. Let's see what we got. See, right from 1 gold all the way down. Always worth having a check. Another thing that I recommend you check, especially these vendors here, okay, it's just to give you a chord where basically where we are. There's the main bank over there, and we're just over here by the gnomes. Okay, now these vendors I'd always suggest checking, especially at a low level, and I'll show you why. Because I already know this guy should have something, or if not him, one of these vendors. Because I checked before. Let's have a look. Here we go, right at the bottom. He is selling what players have made. Now players will make this kind of thing for trade skilling. Okay. Now if we look, this is an enduring meal, and this is a miraculous meal. So both of them are really good meals. 1 gold, 2, you know, at that price you can buy a stack of them. I always, right, because what I like to do is I always check this one. Basically, depending on what you want, if you want a weapon, always check the weapon vendors. If you want some armour, always check. Because a lot of people, when they're working on trade skills, it gets to a point where they just, you know, they just stand next to a vendor and sell it all back to them. So, this guy, I think, is it him? No, it's not him. It's her, isn't it? Hello, darling. Here we go, patty melts, yeah? And yeah, proof. I don't go anywhere without them. I buy a stock of them every time I see them for sale. This banquet size meal. It will all help you. You know, at the end of the day, it's a way of, you know, you're eating. Because it costs money at the end of the day. So, yeah, keep a lookout for that. Sometimes you can get really cool stuff. And other quested items as well. So try and get in the habit of checking out vendors. Alright? Now, finally, what can you do if you're bored? What do I do when I'm bored in the game? Well, I'll tell you what I do. I play this. Again, you may or may not know, but the amount of people that I've spoken to that don't even know this exists is quite high. I know people that have been back in the game for a good couple of years, and they didn't even know. And it's basically the card game Legends of Narath. This card game, I like it and I don't like it. I don't like the way that, you know, the cards are ridiculously priced, and they're not even real cards. It's all to do with, you know, it's all virtual. But to be fair to Sony, you know, a while now, if you're on a legendary account, no, that's the wrong game, isn't it? Gold account. Legendary's DC. If you're on a gold account, each month they will give you 5 packs of cards, and it's up to you can pick which set they come from, and they're yours. You know, you can't. You know, you can get loot cards. They're exactly the same as the ones that you can buy. So you can, you know, you get a chance of getting loot cards. But you'll notice that it'll have a lock on it. So you can't trade in it really. Which at the end of the day, they're free. 5 pack of cards, you know, each month. So if you don't know about this card game, then I suggest you click on the button, which is allocated just there at the top, just below welcome. And you'll probably have to register it first. You'll probably have to do a few bits and pieces, and then you'll suddenly find that you've got loads of cards. And keep checking it. There's some nice mounts to be had. What I recommend you do is type in what are we looking at? Legends of Narath, and then go to their official website, and all the different packs of cards, because I think they've got about 13 call them expansions, and each one's got a different set of loot in it. So you might find a mount that you would really like. Like for me, it's the Charmelia mount from the very first set. I am so desperate to get that mount. The card game itself is very similar to a lot of other card games. It's quite simple. I do like the way it's got a very clear tutorial. It goes into great detail, each element of the game. Then you can do the scenarios, which I'm going to have basically, let's have a quick look at the tutorial. The tutorial is very simple. It will guide you nice and gently. You just follow this little map around, and you know, within the first few bits, you'll sort of get the idea, especially if you've played card games. I'm not encouraging anyone to spend any money on these cards whatsoever. To be fair to Sony, when you first start playing this game, you get a starter deck, so you don't have to. You really do not have to spend money if you don't want to. So, the tutorials, like I say, nice and simple, and then you've got the scenarios, and these are quite cool. These go right the way back. Actually, these go in order of expansion, so Oathbound, and they're really good. They're basically just little games against the computer. So you get your deck together and you can create a deck. If I get good feedback about this bit, then I'll do one on Legends and Wrath, because it is quite a good game. And you play through each of the scenarios, and every now and then you'll get... let me see if I can find one. It's usually towards the end of the scenario. You always get a card. If you win, you get a new card to add to your collection. Is this the reward? No. I can't find one now. But there is a lot of in-game loot that is given through playing all these scenarios. And for the life of me now, I can't find one. But I know they exist. They definitely exist, because I'm going to hopefully find one. And I mean, we're not talking horrible. We're not talking crap neither. There is definitely ones where you get loot, in-game loot. Come on! This just shows how unprofessional. Oh, this is mad. This... Come on. There is... I suppose I'll have to go through them all. I'm looking for EQ loot. Then I know I found one. Right. There are definitely ones down here that you get in-game loot. I just really can't find one, which is bizarre. Anyway, if you scroll right to the bottom, there's other campaigns. Now, the Underfoot one... right, I might have passed them. I expect to see a big EQ bit, but it doesn't say that, so we might have already... Receive one reward within the scenario, the different types, blah, 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 blah. This is mad. Reward, no. Anyway, let's go back to them, because they're guaranteed. Right, so here, just for winning the game, the card game, you get a potion pack. So you get, free potions. And then, I think it's every month, they change this one. I'll show you where that one is. I always go this way, press trade. See, people can actually trade and get in cards as well. So, if you ever did want to buy any cards, if that's, if you've got the money to waste on them, then good for you. And you can trade the loot cards. Obviously, if you paid real money for the cards, they won't have a padlock. But if you just go straight to trade and just look here, it will show you which one it is. At the moment, it's Beware of the Orc, which I finished last night. And for that, you get the loot card, the Knuckle Ornament of the Void. So I wanted that for Ygritte, my Beast Lord. So I got that for him last night. So definitely give it a go. It's a good game. Like I say, yes, you can buy cards, but my personal opinion on games that sell virtual stuff is stop it. Please stop it. Come to something else. Let us buy the cards with plat. At least that's in-game money. Anyway, I think that's it. Oh, one more thing, right? At the end of this, because I'm going to finish in just a minute, you're going to see a photo that I couldn't get my video recording thing to record me when I'm on the internet, which bloody annoyed me. Anyway, so I took a screenshot of it. Right, I found something out the other night, and I'm really chuffed with it. If you go to Google, the search thing, right? I don't know if it might be in any search engine. I've no idea. I just did it in Google. If you type in loot of the Howler, the bard item that drops in the game that gives the werewolf illusion. Well, I did a video of how to find it and all that lot, so check that out. If you type in loot of the Howler in the search bar, my video, right, comes third in the first page. It's like, oh my god, one of my videos is like third. I mean, granted, you know, Loot of the Howler, it can only be like one item, but I don't know, I'm still third in I don't know how many thousands it brought up. So I was well chuffed with that. So I'll put that picture at the end of this, but check it out yourself. Just type in Loot of the Howler. You don't even have to type Mozzimoz. Just type in Loot of the Howler and then see. One of my friends told me it came second on his, so I'm not too sure what happened with that one. But anyway, thanks for listening. Sorry if I went on. I hope I covered stuff. If there's anything else that, you know, you would like to get tips on, then either shout me in game. I'm on the Antonius Bale server, and just shout Sheila, and I'll see what I can do. I'll see if I can do a video on it. Now, quickly, another thing I'll add to the end of this is me giving the winner of the last video 50,000 plat. So the keyword for this video, let me see, what have I got? Book, B-O-O-K. That's B-O-O-K. Okay, so yeah, first one to give me a shout gets 50k. And I will speak to you all again soon. Take care for now, and keep enjoying playing the game. It's me again. I thought I got a minute or so I might as well explain what's going on. It's me paying the winner 50k. The reason why I do that is because a lot of people, they haven't been playing for a bit, and it's good for a minute. I'm an enchanter, so straight away someone texts me, have you got an EC? I feel like a crack whore. I do, a lot of the times. Sorry for any kids watching this. Crack whore's not a good word, don't use it. But I do. There's no such thing as a haste whore, so I only had crack whore really I could go with on that one. So yeah, congratulations to the winner, and we're now coming up because this is after the event, so I've already shot this. But I remember a minute ago I told you about the Google search. I am just so chuffed with that. And now, because I know it's out of over 54,000 websites it finds, and yet my video is third. And it hasn't had that many views. You should check. There it is, look. So if you type in Loot of the Howler, there you can see my video third. That is brilliant. I am buzzing. But yeah, you should check those videos out. I got quite a lot. Some good stuff. So yeah, thanks again, and I'll do another one soon. Bye.